Right, in this video I'm going to be reviewing the cheapest GoPro fake Chinese clone thing that we could find online. I don't even know how to pronounce its name, Hongm, and it looks like a GoPro, it's shaped like a GoPro, and for under £50 you can get it with a whole pile of accessories, including a total of 3 batteries. And this is what it looks like. So if we compare this to the GoPro Hero 3, put them side by side, pretty much exactly the same. Height-wise as well, and there is a wee bit thicker. I think that's the only way to describe it. Wee bit thicker there, but it won't fit in the same casing. That's the only thing. But this one, this fake Chinese one, can do 4K 30 frames a second. The GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition can only do 12.5 frames a second, but I think it's got far better audio. The GoPro Hero 6, which I'm recording on just now, that can do 60 frames a second at full 4K. However, that's not important. We're just wanting to see what kind of really cheap alternative to GoPro, what can it actually do? So 4K, great. 1080, it can go up to 60 frames a second. Fantastic. It can also do 2.7K, and it can do a 90 frames a second, but you have to go down to 720p. However, this, with 3 batteries and all its casing, is only £50. You can buy 10 of these for the price of one GoPro Hero 6. So the question is this 10 times worse than a GoPro Hero 6? Or is it actually, let's get 5 of these and you can have just as much fun as half a GoPro Hero 6? Turning on. Yeah. Alright, so start with the audio capture. And again. Cool. Okay, so here I'm shooting all cameras at 60 frames a second, full 1080p, and we're going from an indoor location to an outdoor, into the wind actually, and it's going to test the dynamic range, but there's not a lot of dynamic range going on today. Well, I suppose we could see which one shows the best from going from the sky, then back to the details of the house behind me. Then we're going to try some colour accuracy as well with the juggling clubs outside. GoPro Hero 3, Ultra 4K HD, and GoPro Hero 6. Really need to up my... And outside. Okay, now we're going to listen to the audio as well. Okay, so now, oh wait, I'll get my Hero 6 rolling. So now we're doing a test of the audio quality between all 3. Obviously the GoPro Hero 6 should have the best quality, however I've heard conflicting reports. I personally like the GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition, the one which I've got over here the most. The Ultra 4K, or the 4K Ultra HD, has pretty rubbish sound in comparison to the other 2. But let's just hear them when we take them to my music maestro in the background doing a fantastic rendition of Chopsticks. Let's hope we don't get busted for copyright theft on that. Right. one more time. Bravo, bravo! 30 frames a second HD, but that's not important. We want to see color representation, we're wanting to see audio quality. I'll say that 3 times. Audio quality, audio quality, audio quality, and also color representation. So this is blue, this is yellow, and this is red. And see with the, like, it with a bit of motion. So if I were to do a bit of juggling, see how that looks. And also now we're just going to do a quick. So this is what it looks like inside in a room without any lights on. So my conclusion from the test, from testing out the Homcom 4K Ultra HD, is that its field of view isn't quite as wide as GoPro, but it's not that big a difference. Its color reproduction, I'm actually happy with. Its dynamic range, also not 10 times worse than GoPro Hero 6. It's not bad. It's frames a second, we're limited to a maximum of 60 frames a second at 1080, but we've got 30 frames a second at 4K, which for a lot of people is more than enough. The biggest drawback with this is low light ability. There's definitely a reduction in its ability to get any details in shadows. So like indoor, maybe in night-time situations, not very good. You have no Pro Tune settings either, but it's definitely, if you're outside in the sun, just needing a cheap camera for you to vlog what you're doing, maybe not hear what you're doing that much, this is unbelievable value for a tenth. Again, I can't explain. A tenth of the price of the GoPro Hero 6. Hero 6 being £500. This, I've actually just been told, is actually £40. So that's even more. That's a twelfth the actual price. You can get a 4K or a 1080 at 60 frames a second. So you can do kind of slow motion. You can get into like 40% speed if you're pushing it at a 25p timeline. And it can also be used as a dash cam, and it can be, there's a setting on it where it can motion detect. So you can leave it in your house and it will automatically start recording if you just leave it in your house and you're trying to do it as a security cam as well. Something which the GoPro doesn't have that feature of at all. So yeah, audio quality, guff. Field of view, not quite as wide as the GoPro. No image stabilization inside either, but otherwise, it's very, very difficult for me to recommend somebody to go out and pay the money for a GoPro Hero 5 or Hero 6 when you can get a Chinese clone which is light and cheap and pretty much does what 90% of the people that need or want one of these can do for a tenth of the price or a 12th of the price. So if you are thinking about getting a GoPro, before you get a GoPro, get a Homcom or whatever fake cheap versions they can get, because they can do pretty much exactly the same as what the current GoPros can, just not quite as many features, not quite as good audio, but you're saving yourself hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and you're getting so many more bits with it as well. So yeah, there we go. Not the best thing in the world, but value for money wise, it humps GoPro. It needs a better sound to say that it's actually recording instead of the tick. Okay, so here we've got both cameras recording, and we shall go. The GoPro Hero 3 is at 50 frames a second, and the 4K Ultra is at 60 frames a second. Can't seem to change that at the moment. How are they in dark locations, and how well are the white balances? And there.